What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Man Card Podcast, where we are excited to greet you once again with the weekly episode quote. Mitchell, go ahead and take it away.
He loves his car, not his wife. Vin Diesel.
Hit it. Welcome back to the Monday installment, or as we like to call it around here, just your Man Card episode. And I think this is episode number 51. So we've crested through the half a century. So, I'm excited. We're on our way to
half a century. Okay.
Greatness. Right. But yeah, nobody listens to the show anyway, but whatever. I'm not mad about it.
Fridays don't count towards that number, right? Friday?
No, they do.
Oh, so then it's 52.
Oh, no. No, they don't count to the main episode totals.
Oh, okay. Then we're main episode
total
51.
Total
51.
episode totals? I think we have like 80 or something.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So we have a lot. We have a lot of episodes.
Remember our first one? First one was we recorded it in that Georgia Tech room.
It was
we talked
so
about
bad.
what coaches and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
bad.
I'm scared to go back and watch those, to be honest with you. Anyways, let's move on.
Moving on. We've got a great show for you today. I know I like to say that a lot, but I think today we really do. And I think today might actually be a little helpful when it comes to determining the green lights and the red lights when it comes to who you should be going out with.
Who you should not be going out with.
Definitely. More who you should not.
Yeah. So great episode. Next week we'll have a bad one for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Definitely.
How do we want it? What we're doing? We're doing half and half? Is that the goal? All right.
I think I got the show. The male first?
Do we want to do male first? What about boths? Just I guess if it's on that sheet for boths.
We'll
all right,
go.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go right ahead.
So just to preface the episode just a little bit, we've got a list off screen here. And last week, on Friday, I had the show notes right up here so where you could see it. Now we're all professional. Look, you can't even see it. So we got the show notes to where we can see it.
Now we have a, whatchamacallit in the back right there?
A teleprompter?
Teleprompter, yeah.
No, I wish we had a teleprompter. We'd be looking at the screen too much if we had a teleprompter.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Should we be? Should we be looking at the screen more?
No, I like looking at you.
Yeah,
I'm talking to you.
My side profile is pretty nice.
No, they're listening.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, shh. Hey, everybody out there, shh. Shh. That's right. You're listening. Okay.
Hey, Olivia, quiet.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Nick, shut your mouth. Okay.
Go on.
So we've got a lot of red flags that we're going to run through for guys. So for all the ladies out there, feel free to email us, mancardpod@gmail.com. This is just the list that we were able to get from our significant others, obviously my wife, Bella, on Mitchell's side. So we've accumulated a list for red flags that girls see in guys and that we came up with as well. And then for the other side, that guys see in girls. So we'll hit that on the second half. So for the first half, I'll start us off with one. The first one we're going to roll with, which is no chivalry, or as some people say, chivalry is dead.
Oh, so like a dude that doesn't open your car door, red flag. Dude
Big
that doesn't
red flag.
say thank you, red flag. Not, hey, another one that's popular on social media now. If he's mean to his server, if he's not nice,
okay.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, okay. So
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We mean like get rid of him.
The other way.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah. Leave him out of it for sure. So I think when it comes to chivalry, there's a greater misunderstanding about chivalry, and I think we've done an episode about this, but it's worth touching on again. Chivalry is much more about going above and beyond for somebody. It's not thinking less of somebody. It's not doing something because you think they can't do it. It's saying, hey, I'm putting you on such a high pedestal that
I respect you.
I respect you. I'm going out of my way. I'm putting my coat on the ground so you don't have to step in the puddle.
It's not, I don't think you can lift this heavy door open.
It's like we know you can open the door.
Yeah.
We've seen you do it 100 times. But we don't want you. We love you so much. Or if you're not in that part of the relationship, we like you so much, the other L word, that we don't ever want to see you open a door for yourself again.
Yeah.
And it's just going out of your way. It's chivalry. It's knightliness. It's honorable. So yeah, if a guy doesn't do that, drop his ass.
I agree. I totally agree.
Very simple.
Real quick, these two middle ones are all dudes.
Dude, these are all dudes.
All right. Why don't you take one? I'll take one.
Well, no, we have the show notes.
You're right. Oh,
Don't let him see. Don't
our
let him.
teleprompter.
I had it.
I'm going to tilt this one towards
Here,
me.
just
then.
scoot it over.
All right, there we go.
Okay. You want to take this? You want to take one off that list?
Yeah. I'm going to go with one that I personally don't like.
Okay.
Frat Guys.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a frat dude. Get rid of him. I don't care.
Okay,
I don't
so
care what this modern age. Get rid of him.
You suggested that. I wrote it down, and then I wrote a sub note because I was like, well, come on, let's not hate on the frat guys too much. So are you saying acts like a frat guy or dresses like a frat guy?
Both.
Okay, so
if you're in a frat, different. I don't care that you're in a frat, but if you are a carbon copy of every single other dude in that frat, and you act and you talk the stereotypical way, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Okay.
Go marry your frat.
Yeah, I could see that. I can see that for sure. I think I'm going to give a little benefit of the doubt to these frat guys.
Go right ahead.
So I was not in a fraternity, but I knew a lot of guys that were, and I knew a lot of great guys that were in fraternities.
Yeah. I'm not saying every frat guy is crappy. No.
But I think when it comes to frat guys that are bought into the fraternity, right? Those like extra frat guys, dress like a frat guy, talk like a frat guy, walk like a frat guy. I think you can drop them for now. But I think everybody can grow and mature.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm thinking more so the young crowd. You're in college.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you're at a party, and especially if it's a frat party, watch out. But if you're a girl and he's got the khaki shorts on.
Oh yeah.
The
Sperry's.
Sperry's Vineyard Vine shirt on.
Yep.
Run.
So
run.
It's so funny that you say Vineyard Vines because Jeremiah just got me a Vineyard Vine shirt, like a collar shirt for my birthday.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no.
Dude, okay, I wore it. It looks good. The little whale, but it's not pink. It's like a neutral.
You know what it's more so like the Southern Marsh. Like it has a little puppy on the front and then a big old like design on the back. The typical, not necessarily Vineyard. That's the first one that came to mind. Also, recently got back into Abercrombie and Fitch. Still expensive as hell.
Yes, definitely.
But now they finally learned not to put Abercrombie on everything they own, and actually they just have nice clothes. So I've been shopping there lately. I actually spent way too much money.
So you speak of Southern Marsh, and I used to have a pair of Southern Marsh swim trunks.
I used to have a lot of the stuff, Salt Life and stuff.
Oh, it's great, so comfy. But tragic story, it was at the Walk with North Point, and we were in the penthouse at the beach. We were high on life, and we had left our swim trunks out on the roof to dry, and then the rain came in. And the wind started kicking up, and it blew my swim trunks into another universe. I never found them again. So I think that was just, I think it was God telling me to stop wearing.
Looking like a frat dude.
Yeah, stop looking like a frat dude. So next one on the list, I'm going to go off my list here, they're both my list, but either way, not willing or can't take charge when it comes to decision making.
That one, Bella.
I think it's huge. Because I've mentioned it before, and I think it's worth mentioning again, and I'll say that 100 more times. Ellie told me the other week, she was like, hey, I really like how you run our household and like take charge.
House?
Well, our homestead,
yes,
our Bryant name. So she appreciates how I step up and like just make a call, right? And like obviously I'm consulting with Ellie, making sure she's involved in that decision-making process as a team together as the Bryant clan. But if your guy will not lead, will not step up, what's he going to do in time of crisis?
I agree.
He's going to look to you. He's going to look to you.
Agree. Bella got on to me recently because she makes a lot of the plans in terms of like what we do for the day or go out on dates and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine with it. But also the issue is she doesn't give me enough opportunity to do so.
Like I will defend you. Let me defend you.
Thank you. Go.
So Ellie does this as well, where she will make a lot of the social plans.
Yes.
I will forego social plans in light of family plans.
Okay.
Right? So like family decision making.
Mm-hmm.
I think that and Ellie knows too, like that burden kind of rests on my shoulders a little bit more. Whereas she runs pretty much our social calendar.
I would much rather Bella run the social calendar as well for us. It's worked out pretty great so far. Yes, time to time I should definitely plan some intentional dates.
Same.
But also I'm terrible at doing the dates because also I'm very bad, and I'll admit this, I'm very bad at putting myself in another person's shoes when it comes to things that they want to do or they want.
Yeah.
Because I can sit here and say like, oh, perfect date. Let's go to the gym. We'll go watch a Marvel movie, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that's what goes to my head. It's hard for me to be like, okay, what does this person want to do? What does this person want? It's the same thing with gift giving. It's
sure.
Unless you tell me what you want for gift, it's so hard for me to pick because I can't put myself in your shoes for that. In terms of like empathy and things, I can easily put myself in someone else's shoes. I hate someone else feeling like shit or whatever. I can easily do that, but
yeah. So like just the other day, speaking of like your perfect date, and this is just a good like communication thing, is like I was like, Ellie, if you ever want to give me a solo day, like a day for Noah, this is what my ideal day would look like. It would be alone with like a nice meal, cigar. She already wrote it down.
Nope, I got a different one. Go on.
Oh, I was like, Mitchell, you gonna give me my perfect day? But it's cigar, nice drink, good meal, and one movie, The Count of Monte Cristo. Give me those, and maybe some popcorn and whatever. I'm set. That's all I need. Okay. That's my perfect evening.
I'm very simple as well too. Like I'm honestly go to the gym, get some good food. Something like Provino's.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know Henry's. Henry's. Come back, relax, watch a Marvel movie, or The Mentalist, my favorite show.
Okay.
Go to bed, sleep in. I don't know.
Dude, that sounds great.
Breakfast. You got to have amazing breakfast.
Fast.
That's
okay. That's actually, I wouldn't want somebody else to make that for me because I love cooking breakfast. It's like my favorite meal to cook.
Nope.
But either way, all right, you do one.
All right, so let's go. We're gonna go strictly guy ones. This one could apply to both. Okay, isn't nice to their mom or sister.
Yeah, that's
not a mama's boy, not a sister duo. They hate each other.
Having my relationship with my sister and mom, I think it makes a really big difference in like when I was dating. Like people would be like, "Oh wow, Noah's really nice to his mom and sister." Like I could be like having a bad day and be mean to person like somebody out in the real world, but like, for the most part, like I can honestly say I don't think my sister and I have ever gotten into an actual argument in our entire lives.
That's nuts.
I can't say that about my mom. My mom and I can like really rile each other up sometimes, but like ultimately I treat her with the utmost respect. I love her to death. And of course, that extends to my sister as well. So
me and my sisters pop off at each other from time to time, like normal siblings do. Yours is a special case,
very special.
But in terms of my relationship with my mother, I mean, I'll admit, back when I was like a little shithead and a little demon, I would pop off with my mom all the time. But I don't think me and my mom have gotten in a serious like yelling argument
really in
years, maybe like 2 or 3 years now.
What?
So no, yeah,
that's good.
I think I've just gotten older and I've matured, and I understand things now. Like whenever she would tell me, like any type of like financial situation, not necessarily with her, but like just in general, or be like, okay, this is what's going on in our family. Like now aware of it, you know.
Yeah.
Things that you don't really need to know when you're really young, and then you get older and you're like, oh, that makes sense. That's why the answer was no at that time, or the answer was yes, or why we did it this way. And then you just like...
Is that why you said I couldn't have a baby bottle pop?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Or like when your mom like says, hey, will you take out the trash for me or whatever? And then like you get older, you're like, honestly, my mom does everything else around the house. Like trash is like nothing. Like why? I shouldn't. She shouldn't have to ask me to do it.
Oh, definitely.
Things like that. So
yeah, big time stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do one. Let's see. This is just a default, but I feel like we've gotten a little away from it. And then I'll do the sub one right here because I think it's funny. So, is physical with you in any kind of intimidating way? My sub note here is never hit a woman.
Oh, that's okay. That's what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the physicality you meant. Okay.
Well, I mean, you don't like you're not grabbing, you're not shaking, you're not like
yes. Oh, I totally
hitting,
agree. Absolutely never.
You're not pushing to the ground. Like that's just like as a man, like it would be, and of course depending on the woman you're dating, but it would be significantly easier for any guy out there to dominate, like overpower to an extent that is very life-threatening most women.
Yes, I agree.
And I mean that is a power that you need to put to good use. It's like with power comes great responsibility, and you should use that power to protect with all of your intention.
Yeah.
And I just think it's silly that you would attack somebody who is caring about you and you care about.
I agree. The physicality, yeah. There's not really anything to argue with. They're aggressive towards you. They hit you once, boom, out. No second
Leave.
chance.
And that's
I believe in second chances. No, that's not a second chance.
That's not a second. That's you call your brothers, have them come beat them up. That's significant no territory. And my sister knows that too. Like she's like big on like making sure there's like a respect there. And then so we wrote another note here, which I'll just say because it's funny. So doesn't beat you. That's obviously the main one. Mm-hmm. And then as well as if they wear wife beaters, get the hell out of there.
Thank you, Bella, for that one.
Yeah, that's
because your boy wears wife beaters under. I don't like the t-shirt. Like if I dress nice, I can't just wear a button down and nothing underneath. I can't do it.
Put a V-neck t-shirt.
I can't. I don't like that.
Why?
I don't like the V. I don't like the collar. I don't like the short sleeve going on my long sleeve, and then if I have to put a jacket on that, like wearing 3 sleeves. I'd rather just put on a wife beater, covers up the nips, covers up the the chest area and stomach, so I don't feel the shirt and everything. And boom, I'm good to go.
I just like the V-neck because I can pop the collar, and you still can't see the shirt.
You can do that with the wife beater.
Correct, but when you take the jacket off, you can see the wife beater through. I would rather you'd be able to see that I'm wearing a t-shirt than wearing a wife beater. That would make me. I mean, I'm not speaking for you. That would make me embarrassed.
I'm a big red flag on that dance floor. Okay. Let's just say when I get sweaty and I took it off at the wedding, everyone's like, "Whoa, red flag on that red dude. Flag. Someone better warn her."
Bella, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All you.
All right. Doesn't have a job. Yes, you can go for both, but
this is much more. At least in my mind, it makes a lot more sense for the guy.
Okay, when you're married, when you're dating, I think both should definitely have a job.
Oh no, absolutely. No, for sure. I'm not advocating for a girl to not have a job or do what they want.
Same.
I'm saying like I think it's really important that the guy is, once again, we'll go back to the lead, is like taking the lead, like is captaining the ship on purpose, right? Mm-hmm. She'll step in every once in a while, make sure like we're going in the right direction. She's got the compass. Yep. She's doing the heart check, right? Yep. And then captaining the ship, back to captaining the ship. Yeah. So it's like, it's a give and a take. It's everybody has a role, and of course we're speaking about this from a Christian perspective, where it's like wives submit to their husbands, serve your wives, like love your wives, like it's just simple stuff.
Well, the other thing that can go with that is girls. This is more so a red flag on the other side, but Bella is very good at this. Is a girl expecting the guy to pay for everything, and the guy paying for everything. That could also be just a red flag, not letting you pay, just be, oh, I got it, paying. Bella is actually very adamant and very good at keeping things very even.
Oh yeah.
Granted, our income difference, because frankly, when we first started dating, I was living off a server's income, and she's making big baller money.
Yeah, right.
And comparatively, and we kept things even. And then, granted, yes, things have switched now to an extent, but we still keep things even. And I really like
to an extent.
We appreciate to an extent. To an extent.
I think so. Here's my thing with paying for meals. Whoever is the genesis of the date pays, right? If it's a first 4 or 5 dates, I think that's like genesis of the idea. That person pays, and then off of that, you should be paying proportionate to what you can pay.
Yes.
Right. So if you're making minimum wage, you should be paying that proportion of what you're doing. I think that's only fair.
I totally agree. And I mean, you can look back on our old episodes. That's what I believe in with marriage, is in terms of who's paying for what. I believe in separate bank accounts, and then together as a joint account, they should both contribute the same percentage. Therefore, it's the same amount per person.
I hear you.
I know you do.
And I'll tell you right now.
That's fine.
So Ellie and I joined our bank accounts like 4 or 5 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. It's been awesome, dude. It's great because we see all the money come in, all the money come out. We see everywhere where it's going. It's so much easier to take accounting for where all the money's going. And there's no thinking like, oh, we're never getting to the end of the month and going, well, where did all the money go?
Yeah.
There's kind of that mutual like accountability as well. Because like things that are kept in the dark or like money that's kept hidden, I say hidden, not in view of the other person. I think it's like, it's pretty dangerous to say like, oh, well, what about that? Well, it's my money. That's my money. Yeah. I think it's only a cause for future argument.
I agree. But you can also argue the opposite.
Really?
For me, I just know for a fact that if I have a joint bank account, we're both putting the same amount of, we're both putting all of our money into it, and somebody, let's just say I am the breadwinner, and she's spending way more than I'm spending, and I'm the breadwinner, I'm putting more money into the account. I'm going to see it like, I didn't get my nails done.
Right.
I didn't go on the shopping spree. Yes, I get it.
The problem
I just
with
know
that
me
is,
personally, in my head, I'm going to start resenting the person.
Right. But that's all that takes is a simple conversation. Here's a good example. My parents, when they first got married, right? They had the joint bank account,
Yeah.
and my mom was the spender of the couple, right? And so they had a conversation. They were like, all right, look, like we can't be doing this. Like we're gonna have to make some changes. And now my mom is like insanely good with money, and they have a joint bank account. So I think it's very simple to think like, you know, it's just a conversation. It's growing as a couple. I think that encourages you to come closer together. But hey, that's fine. You can think that. We'll move on.
Yeah.
You pick. Oh, did you just do that one? Yeah, you did. Doesn't have a job.
We did. Yep, gone.
So I will do. Let's see. Because we're coming to. How much time do we have left? We got time. Okay. Let's see. Here's a big one. Men who don't care about their style or hygiene. I think that's huge. I got a lot of credit for this in high school because I cared about my hygiene. I might have not dressed perfectly. I did care about what I dressed, what I wore.
Yeah.
But I did clean myself. And I got a lot of credit in high school for cleaning myself because I smelled good. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. And everybody was like, oh, no, it smells good. No, it smells good. So that was one thing I did have going for me in high school was I did smell good.
Yeah. I like the fashion part of it, the dress well.
Yeah.
Because also I think a lot of people overlook the whole dressing well because, a lot of guys are like, hey, let's just, all shorts, t-shirt, whatever, we're cool. But I think if a guy takes his time and wants to make himself look good, looks great. If he's just a schlup and looks like a schlup every day, red flag, 100%.
Yeah, Ellie has kind of saved me a little bit from that because I'm
Bella
a big,
has saved me a little bit too.
big default like shorts t-shirt. Like I think I look good in shorts t-shirt for sure, especially at the gym.
Oh, like if you're just lounging around the house, but like I'm talking about going out.
Oh yeah.
Big
like
time.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but he does it for a different reason. I feel like
yeah.
the dude's also filthy rich. He just wants to be an average guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
can't shit on Adam.
Jeremiah. So you follow Jeremiah on Instagram.
I do now. Yes.
Right. And he was looking through your profile, and he texted me. He was like, "Hey, just want to let you know, dude." Or we were at the gym, and he told me. He said, "I love Mitchell's style. Like, I wish I could pull it off."
He could pull it off. Everyone.
That's what I told him.
Style.
That's what I told him.
My style is.
I was like, it's like a long line. It's like jeans and like nice shoes.
Yes, it's just things that that fit any body. I used to wear like tight clothes and stuff like that where I'd get it like, okay, for someone that doesn't have a physique like similar to mine or whatever, you don't want to wear tight clothes. But now I've adjusted mine to where like I just wear normal clothes that just look good.
I just wear normal people clothes.
It fits fine on every person.
Wear it.
You could put
difference between you and me is I put my pants on one leg at a time. Except I'm sexy as fuck.
Well, it'd be different if I was wearing Under Armour every single day. Everything's tight on me. I'd be like, okay, I understand why he's like. He might be like, oh, I wish I could pull it off because our bodies are different. But all the clothes I wear to an extent have nothing to do with what your body looks like. It's just
cute.
It's just cute. And I thank Bella a lot for that. I wear a lot of oversized stuff now.
Yeah.
Like, I just moved up to XL t-shirts and I love it.
Okay.
I only wear XL now. I love it.
All right. Well, I should probably move it to XL. Oh, no, large fits me pretty well.
Large fits fine.
All right. You hit it. What's the next one? We're kind of jumping around, so I'm losing track.
All right. We'll kind of...
Before we end, you want to hit this one you added?
Yeah, grammar. Shit that pisses me off the most is when I text somebody and they still send like the letter U instead of writing out U. They don't use commas. So obviously sometimes sentences just don't make sense.
I know There's lot of girls care about that.
There's a time I was here and I read a message and I read it to you and I was like, this doesn't make sense. And it's because the dude didn't put a comma.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing, and I'm just going to... Little story real quick, very small. My friend... we work out together. He talks about pounds, like how much weight he's been putting up or whatever. He'll send, and I think it's just because he's stupid. He'll do like, oh, I just benched 225 pounds, but he'll do PDS. And he'll abbreviate pounds as PDS. Hey, I was like, what the hell is PDS?
You know there is a 3-letter
He's like,
acronym.
Pounds. I was like, yeah,
LBS.
Why didn't you just abbreviate it correctly? He's like, I did abbreviate it. I was like, really? LBS? Have you ever heard of that?
He's like, no, that's the metric system.
Yeah. Oh my God. I kid you not. It just like drove me up a wall. I was like, yeah, you're stupid. Honestly.
Yeah. That's
no
odd.
offense. It's stupid.
That's hilarious.
So
though.
red flag.
Red flag. Okay. Grammar. Big red flag.
Yes.
Okay. One of these, Ellie actually suggested when she walked in the door, definitely want to touch on this before we go to the halftime show, is only has Instagram posts with other girls. Mm-hmm. I think that's huge. And I think our social media presence is really that like, it's honestly your first line of defense for people who are looking to date you. It's like, what are they doing? They're not calling you. They're not talking to you. They're going to your social media.
Yeah.
They're going. I mean, if they have a Facebook, if they have a Meta
book,
they're going to Facebook. They're going to Instagram. They're going to Twitter to see to see what you're saying and what you're doing. I save myself. Obviously now with people who are like trying to be our friends, you go to my Instagram, there ain't shit there, right? There's just me, and then the last post I have is getting engaged or getting married to Ellie.
Bella and I kind of have the same thing. If you go on our Instagram, there's no posts of me and Bella together. There's no posts of me and Bella on hers either.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, if people just looked on our Instagram,
you think you're single?
Instagram, yeah, probably think I'm single, which is ironically funny, and I only say this because it's a stereotype. Nobody's going to DM me trying to get my number. Nobody's going to DM, oh, you're cute, we should hang out, whatever. But the second I post Bella on there, I'm going to get DMs, be like, yo, like, oh, we should hang out. Oh, I didn't know you had a girlfriend. Maybe.
Okay, what is that phenomenon? So it was in Seinfeld. I was watching Seinfeld, and there was one episode where they were like trying to pick up girls, and they were like, oh, you got to wear a ring.
Yeah.
Right when you go to the bar, and then you start getting girls. And they're like, what? And so they go to the bar wearing rings, like as if they're married. And all these girls are hitting on them. They're like, hey, can you believe like some guys come out here and just wear rings to like pick us up? And they're like, yeah, no, that's unbelievable. So they're trying to hide it. But it's like, that's crazy to think that like there are homewreckers out there, dude.
No, for sure.
So with that, we'll send you right to the halftime show, and we will flip over to the homewrecking side of the relationship. Not to say that there aren't guy homewreckers, but I think that connotes a little bit more femininity. So we will flip you right to this halftime show. Enjoy the break, and we will see you right on the other side. What's up, everybody, and welcome to your halftime mini episode within your main man card episode. We do this every Monday, so we're happy you could join us. Today's topic is pumpkins. If you don't mind reaching behind you, Mitchell, and grabbing one of those bad boys, we can bring it on screen. 'Tis the season for the pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. Flag. I don't care for it. I don't care for the concept.
I hate pumpkin spice.
I think the smell is too much. Mm-hmm. So there are candles. So I was trying to buy Ellie a candle for her birthday, and there were so many frapping pumpkin spice smelling candles that I wanted to shoot myself.
Yep.
It was so annoying because I'd open a candle, I'd want to die. I open another candle, I'd prefer to be dead. Like, it was so intoxicatingly gross that my will to live was coming to an end.
Yeah, pumpkin's overrated. You like pumpkin pie?
No.
No, me neither.
No.
That shit's disgusting.
I think it's the texture.
It is.
The taste is
pudding.
fine.
It's like a pumpkin pudding.
Yeah, I just can't get behind it. So the pumpkins, visually, thumbs up. Mm-hmm. Pumpkin pie, medium to low. Pumpkin spice, absolutely thumbs down.
I agree.
Pumpkin spice is
I don't mind the smell. I hate the taste. I hate anything that tastes like a pumpkin spice anything.
I also don't drink coffee, so like that's 2 strikes.
Yeah, you're honestly weird.
Yeah.
No social media,
this much energy?
no coffee.
I know. I'm telling you.
Honestly,
I'm high on life, bruv. I'm high on life. And you know what else you can be high on other than pumpkin spice lattes?
I have no idea. No
Mancardpodcast.com.
What is that?
You can go there and you can get your fix of Man Card Podcast episodes. We've linked all there. Link straight to the YouTube so you can see us, see all of our guests, see all of our shenanigans we do on screen. Check us out. Our beautiful set we have set up here. And as well as we've got merch.
Buy the merch.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Here, I'll do it backwards because, these are the messed up.
Dink it?
There we go.
Oh, yeah. The metal mugs, lest you forget. Hear that? Metal mug. And then we also I've got one of the hoodies on, white hoodie. It's great. This is actually one of the prelim ones, so it doesn't have
it's better.
It's way better now.
That are online.
But
T-shirts, long sleeve T-shirts, beanies. Beanies are great. You look like JB. Crop hoodie, best thing on the market. And then stickers. What else we got? I mean...
we got phone cases, sweatpants, jackets. Yeah, we've got... we also have a Man Card apron.
Oh, dang. Hey, there you go.
'Tis the freaking season.
The man should wear that.
That's badass. Also, like, Kiss the Chef, man. We need to get like a Man Card Kiss the Chef one. I think that'd be sick.
And we should take a picture like just wearing the aprons and that's it in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Hey, you want to go in and order too?
Yeah, sure.
Dude, let's do it.
Show the moons. Show the pumpkins.
Show the pumpkins. We'll show those pumpkins. So thanks for tuning in to this halftime little mini Man Card episode inside of the main Man Card episode. We will send you right back to the topic at hand which is home wreckers or female red flags. See you in a second. Okay, welcome back to the main portion of this episode. We are moving on to the ladies. I know we've done a couple of them that kind of bleed over to both, but we are going to focus on the women out there in the audience, and some of y'all got some red flags going on. And these are from a lot of personal experience that Mitchell and I have. Our heart has been broken many a times.
Oh yeah,
too
many times.
Are you a heartbreaker or a brokenhearted?
Heartbreaker.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's sad.
It's actually, I wish it was the other way around. Believe it or not, I think it's harder to be a heartbreaker than get your heart broken.
Yeah, I definitely wear my heart on my sleeve a little too much. But I've definitely broken my fair share of hearts too. So I think it goes both ways. But all right, hey, I'll let you go first. You pick whichever one you want to start with.
Let's be nitpicky real quick. Long nails.
Long nails.
You got those you got those things.
So long.
I don't even know how you text or type. You probably have someone else typing for you whenever you're texting me. Long nails.
Here's a level that you probably haven't thought about. And Ellie brought this up the other day, which I thought was hilarious. How are you wiping?
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
You got the long ass nails. One of those is guaranteed going to accidentally scoop up in there.
How do you? Wow, so I didn't think about that. Wow.
So what I thought of is they're fisting it. So they get it on their knuckles, right?
They grab it like that,
and they roll
disgusting.
it in. But I'm like,
I bet you there's so much error there that they have to. They definitely wash their hands after every time.
Well, I mean,
granted, you should, but but they have to scrub.
Because I wash my hands every time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Never walked out of the bathroom not washing my hands.
Oh, 100%.
Especially like earlier when I just went to the restroom.
That's a million, dude. 100%. But no, yeah, I think those long nails, it's like, why? Like, why? Why are you doing that? Okay. All right. We'll move on from that. That's nitpicky. Okay, here we go. This is, and I'm going to do yours because you wrote it down because I like it. Fake body. Mm-hmm. Fake body. Get out of here, Kim K. Get out of here, Juicy Booty. I want some natural people up in here.
Yeah. I am not necessarily, I'll say this much. I am not against a boob job, whether it's a reduction or an increase, as long as it looks normal. When I say fake body, I look at you and I'm like, yep, you were built in a factory. Yeah. You were built in a doctor's office.
Oh, 100%.
Your butt is fake. The lip thing. Oh my God. I don't know why girls want bigger lips. That drives me up a wall. They put no.
It's odd.
No.
Keep your thin lips going.
Yeah, that's
fine.
You
got some cute thin lips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, come on. You want the duck lip?
No duck bubble lips. Yeah, no.
Yeah, none of that. I just think it's odd. It's like, what are your priorities in life?
Yeah,
when you're changing your body like that.
Exactly.
You're changing your body so that you can post provocative photos of you online, just to catfish or hook people in.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, nah, I'm out. I think that's weird.
I totally agree.
On the flip side of that is the I don't know if you wrote it down, but it's the only post pictures of yourself half naked on your Instagram.
Only do a selfie or straight butt pictures.
I don't want none of that. I want to see you with friends. I want to see you with family. I want to see you with normal clothes on.
I'm cool with you by yourself as long as it's classy.
It's classy. It's cute.
Because also here's the thing. I'm just gonna go straight into it. And this is kind of controversial.
Oh boy.
Since we're just gonna start talking about all sexy whatever things. It's also a social media thing that was going around, but I totally agree with it. If you are sexual on the first date,
okay.
If you, granted, I know there's stereotypes out there or double standards with guys and girls. I don't think
it's a double standard.
Well,
shitty guys do that. Shitty girls do that.
I understand, but there's also a podcast, and it's just a joke. When I say this, I know this is gonna.
No, don't apologize.
Okay, I'm not apologizing, but it's a joke. There's a podcast, and it was a guy talking to a female, and the female was talking to the guy, and she was like, "So if I go out and sleep with a whole bunch of guys, what does that make me?" And he's like, "That makes you a slut." And she was like, "Okay, what if you go out and sleep with a whole bunch of girls? What does that make you?" And he'd be a slut maker. So there's the double standard, but
no, both are bad.
Yes, both are very bad.
Both are bad.
But there's also a slight truth to, honestly, frankly, whether you're a guy or girl, if you give it out on the first date, honestly,
respect just plummet.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I would lose 100% interest. I'd be like, well, that was
it right there.
Yeah, there's no people like to play the game a little. Don't play the game too much, but don't just hand it to them. Don't just fumble the ball and let them go run and score a touchdown.
Right.
Have a little bit.
Also, from my perspective, don't do it.
That's fair, obviously. But I'm just saying.
But it just saves a lot of. It just makes it clean. Here's a really good piece of advice that my dad gave me. Once again, my dad coming in hot with the great advice. It's make decisions to make your life simple, right? Not complicated.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, what's going to complicate your life? Dating multiple people. Okay, don't date multiple people, right? At the same time.
Yeah.
That's complicated. Don't cheat, because that just makes shit complicated, right? You got to keep track of things. Don't lie, right? That makes things complicated, right? You gotta worry about what's true and what's not. You know, what story are you telling today? And
just don't sleep with the person.
Yeah, don't sleep with the person. Makes it complicated.
Makes it very complicated.
So it's like anything to simplify your life is a good. You know, obviously I'm generalizing, but simple life is a good life, and I think that's. I think you take that to the bank, and 9 times out of 10 you can cash that in for money.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right, you go ahead. Pick the next one.
All right, I actually didn't read these before you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wrote most of this. Go on. If you can't read something, just
no. I can read it. I just haven't read the list yet. So we'll go. I like that one. So clingy.
Oh, I hate that one so much.
It's just a little too much.
I hate that one so much. If they're clingy, especially right off the bat.
Yeah, it's like the oh, you feel the connection too.
Yeah, you text them every day. You want to hang out every day. The thing with clinginess also is like, for me, I feel bad saying like, no, I want to hang out with my friends, or like I just want to be alone for once.
Right,
like,
you start making me
feel like, and I start resenting you. Honestly, I start resenting you to the point where like it's fine to be clingy mentally. It's fine to be like, you just want to hang out with the person, but don't like show that. That's such a red flag.
Well, play the game, and understand, like, of course, when you're early in your dating career, like whether that be in high school or, I mean, God forbid, in middle school, like that shit's fake. But like, understand that you're going to mess up, guaranteed.
Yeah,
you're gonna fall into the trap of falling for somebody too fast, being too clingy, cheating on somebody. Like, all that shit's gonna happen intermittently throughout your entire dating career with people you know or yourself. I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad about it, because everybody's still learning. You're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. Like, you're just growing. And I think all of that will ultimately push you in the direction of becoming a better person and being somebody who you're meant to be, and being with somebody who you're meant to be with.
Well, I mean, okay, so we go clingy and going into that so quick. Let's just talk about these two real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about marriage ridiculously early, and then saying I love you too soon.
Yeah, walks into the first date with a wedding dress on.
With the picture of like, this is the engagement ring I want.
So my cousins just got married, and oh my gosh, their wedding was so cute. I could totally see you in, like, oh my gosh, get out of here with that.
Red flag.
Talk about it. That's fine. Like, oh, my cousin just got married. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Where was the wedding?
You can talk about marriage stuff. Don't talk about it early, and don't put me
in that context.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, if you are both on the same page about like, yeah, we're going to get married eventually, like engagement's coming up.
That discussion has happened.
That's different. But do not be the one sending the dude engagement photos over and over and over and over and over again, and him just being like, oh, cool, nice, or whatever. Because obviously that's a sign like, dude, he's not on the page. You're scaring him.
Yeah, that's the.
And God forbid, this happened to me once, but God forbid, do not come into the boyfriend's house with his parents around, and sisters, and sit there and talk in context as if y'all are going to get married, especially if he's not on the same page. Don't say stuff like, oh yeah, well, when Mitchell and I get married, blah, 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 blah. When Mitchell's not on the same page and the parents are looking over and like,
what are you, have you not told us something?
Yeah,
because the second she leaves, you know they're going to be like, the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like, are you?
And then it's either you're on that page and you're like, yeah, I was considering, or like, no, that girl, I don't know what.
And that's why I think family is so important, right? Being close with your family, having those accountability sessions, like impromptu, right? There's just like what we're talking about, where it's like, what was that? Like, what just happened? And you can be kind of held your feet to the fire, and you can be held accountable for like what you believe in.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to get married? No.
Yeah.
You know, if you say no, then it's like, okay, well,
she's not
what's your next call?
Same page. Yeah.
Sounds like a discussion, and maybe termination of that relationship.
Exactly. What about the I love you part? What do you think? I love you too soon.
Here's my thought on it. Because I'm a guy, I wear my heart on my sleeve, for sure. I think Ellie was actually the first person to say I love you. So yes, I was not the first person to say it.
I've never been the first so far.
I definitely have before, but I think it comes down to feeling it out in terms of the reciprocation. Because you definitely, if you're gonna say it first, you don't want to say it first to the point where the other person isn't going to respond with a similar or even
Have you ever been in
reply.
the situation where someone said I love you and you didn't say it back? Because I have. I have said
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Said it to me and I didn't say it back, and then boom, you could tell within 10 minutes she's like, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like a brother, like a brother. I love you like a brother. Kind of.
I love you in Christ. I love you in Christ.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, you should, but different meaning. Try to walk it like a talk.
Walk it like a talk.
Okay, you do one. You wrote this, so you would know.
Okay, so I'm going to just base it all. Okay, so there it was a podcast I listened to today. The Nelk Brothers, not Nelk Brothers, the Nelk YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Nelk did has a podcast, and they had Chad Ochocinco, I don't know if you know that, Chad Johnson, on, and they were talking about back when he was a football player and, he was a rookie and things like that, did like when a girl came up to you, like how did you know like she was like a good-looking girl? Did any girl that came up to you good-looking, you just tell by her face, you're like, oh yeah, like she's good, I'll sleep with her? Like what was the requirements? And he literally said he judged his women by their feet.
Really?
He said he's a big-time feet guy, not necessarily fetish, but he's like, yes, a girl can take care of her teeth. She can brush her teeth. Yes, she can take care of her hair, comb her hair, do the whole, conditioner, take care of her skin. But a girl that takes time to like take care of her feet as well, she has good hygiene. She takes care of herself. She cares about those things. Because that's one thing that's overlooked. Yes, girls do their nails, but like, are your toes crusty? Are you gross?
So it's almost like as long as you're taking care of your feet, you have to be taking care of the rest.
Yes, exactly.
Like to get to your feet, you have to have checked all of the other boxes.
Because there's no way you go feet first and then teeth. Like it goes, that teeth would be last. So if you're checking off the last thing, that must mean you're checking off a majority, if not all the things above it.
That's really smart.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy. He also said he had his wife not there, but she was at the location of the podcast, and they asked like, when did you know that she was the one? And he was like, it hurt me a little bit when she told me this, but like I realized she was the one when she told me. When she sat me down, she said, I don't need you, but I want you.
Okay.
And then he's like, yeah, like that sucks. Like ego wise, is like, you want the people to like need you, want you.
Yeah.
But he was like, yo, this is a real woman. 100%.
Yeah, right.
And he was like,
I'm not
that's
dating
a green
no
flag.
baby girl
that's
here.
a go.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I like that. I like that a lot.
Too.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we didn't talk about this for the guy, but I think we should talk about it because it does apply to both, which is talk about yourself way too much. Or maybe let's say it this way, like you're not interested truly in the other person as much as a normal person would be. Odd.
Also, of course, they always say that the guy should ask the girl more questions about herself because obviously, stereotypically, girls like to talk about themselves.
And
obviously,
guys are not very interesting.
Exactly. But also, on the flip side of that is, you also want to sound interesting. If a guy is only asking about you, then maybe he's really boring as shit, and you need to like move on because if he's not talking about himself a little bit, like engaging in conversation,
there's definitely healthy balance.
Yes,
because if you're talking about yourself constantly, like, oh man, me and my guys just hit like freaking 350 PR on back squat, like, oh, it's sick. Because like honestly, as a guy, you have to understand your audience when it comes to conversation. Jokes, I'm definitely one to find the line, push past the line, break the line with jokes. I think that's a different conversation. But I'm saying like when you're just talking with somebody in a passive conversation, like you're on a date or whatever, I think it's way more important to know it's like, okay, I probably shouldn't talk about me being a man hoe and crushing mad puss like last week with this chick.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just a bad call. I
agree.
Obviously talk about that later, but like, in a disclosing method, not a bragging way.
Yeah.
I think that's a big difference.
I agree.
Okay, you got one.
Let's go with kind of these don't really relate, but I kind of want to knock these two out. So too young. That can go both ways. But here's the thing. You and I have different viewpoints on this in terms of red flag because I had a terrible experience with this. You've had an obviously amazing that ended in, a great relationship, marriage, and maybe you just found the one exception or maybe I found the one bad.
Well, I was breaking the law.
Yeah, you were breaking the law. Yeah, 17 and 20.
She was just a 17, and then I was 20. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh well, I was kind of skirting the line a little. But she was only 17 for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And we did not have sex. Like that was obvious, but anyway.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm just going based off personal experience. If I'm 23, I don't think I need to be dating anyone less than like 20.
So you're looking for maturity. Are you looking for, because there's a big difference between age range and maturity range.
I think I saw a YouTube video. The guy said the minimum age that you should be allowed to date is your age divided by 2 plus 7.
I've heard that a lot.
And that is the minimum age.
You're now 20.
So I'm 22. Well, let's just go 24 because
24.
I'm about to be 24.
Almost. Happy birthday.
Oh, shoot. That literally puts me at my situation. Never mind. I don't like that. I don't like that because that's 12 plus 7, 19, and 19 is too young. 19 is a no-go. But
you just had a bad... Listen.
I did have a bad experience.
Don't throw the baby out with the bath. I think if let's just pretend that you and Bella don't work out. Let's just hypothetically. Sorry, Bella. We're in hypothetical land right now, okay? If that doesn't work out, right, and you find somebody that's like 19 years old, 18 and a half years old, or whatever, right, and they're amazing. They're the best thing since sliced bread, super mature, like care about your time, like all of that. I think you could turn that around with the right person, right? Instead of like saying like, I'm going to define it, because girls do this all the time, right? They say, all guys suck because X happened to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, don't do that to yourself, because it's not worth it.
If for whatever reason I come across a circumstance where I'm single again, I can't do it. I'm going to have to keep that age gap very small.
Okay.
Very small.
That's fair. No, I mean, that's fair. You can now have a newfound preference.
Perfectly fine with me.
Okay. So let's go. Oh, what was the other one? You said 2.
So there's a song called X I Never Had. So basically, like I said, this relates to the bad experience where if you go on a couple of dates with somebody, or you just casually like hang out with somebody.
Sure.
And obviously whether or not there's, tension there, sexual tension or not, if you break things off really early on, like after like a date or two, or like you've hung out with this person like 3 or 4 times or whatever, and that's really it, nothing ever like no relationship was built.
Sure.
And you kind of end things, or you just like kind of stop talking, don't pretend like you were an ex. And don't be like butthurt. Don't sit there, go around and be like, oh, this person used me, they played me, or whatever, they ghosted me. Because that's all. If you ever want anything in the future, that's a red flag right there, because
it's the baggage.
Exactly. So long story short, like
damaged goods.
You have this thing with somebody, and things just kind of like drifted apart because you guys are just living life, and you're like, it wasn't really the right time. And then you go to all your friends and their friends or whatever, and like, yeah, this dude used me, he's a piece of shit, ghosted me, whatever. Boom, you are officially off the list, and like there's no chance ever again. Red flag, done.
Because I mean, everybody knows everybody, right? So it's like, especially in the social media world, everybody knows everybody. Mm-hmm. So the first like whisper of like whatever you said isn't true, it's just everybody's mind is now confused.
Yep.
So it's like, it's best to just stick with, it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. I also say don't ghost a person. That would be, I mean, it's more of, that's not really a red flag. That's more so, that's termination right there.
Yeah.
But like,
I think with ghosting, I think that comes through with, and I equate this to people's inability to talk on the phone, right? If I was to call like most of our friends, they'd be like, deny, just text me, right? I think everybody has a lack of confrontation. And I don't say confrontation in like a fighting way. I say confrontation in a
uncomfortable situation.
Just an uncomfortable situation. No confidence and ability to stand up for what you believe in. Mm-hmm. And like, I believe that I'm not supposed to be dating this person. I'm going to just say, hey, I don't think, I'm going to go see other people. And they say, okay. I mean, granted, that's the best case scenario. Maybe they like freak out a little bit, but like, I think it's better to say, hey, I don't think this is working out.
Yeah.
Then leave them. I mean, come on, like you don't hear anything from this person, and then you're like, oh man, what did I say wrong? You think,
Yeah, then you start questioning yourself, and of course,
just cleanly cut it off.
Yeah. Okay. There's one more I would definitely want to hit. If you see any that we haven't got to that you want to go to, but now this is an interesting one, and I like this one for multiple reasons, but we're going to touch on it because vaping, I think is a really... Smoking in general.
Really, okay, smoking. If you smoke cigarettes, you're automatically out.
Cigarettes, yes.
If you vape, I think it's a little bit more of a touchy scenario, because I know a lot of great people who do vape.
I think it's,
and I know a lot of great people who don't. And so I don't want to equate one as good, one as bad, but I do think it's this. I think it's turning into smoking.
And I think if you're not on the same page with it, I want to be honest. If they're like addicted to it, if they're addicted to vaping, if they're addicted to cigarettes, if they're addicted to anything along those lines that's harming their body, which vaping definitely is.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I put it there. If they're sit there vaping, they just like, hey, where's my vape? 24/7. It's like, yo, like, chill.
I'm gonna put somebody on blast anonymously.
Go on,
dude. Put it down. But I see you with it. Put it down. You got this, bruv. Okay. Anyway,
right.
just a little blast of confidence for my dude out there who's I know is a little addicted to his vape, but that's okay.
The other one that I just wanted to touch on, and it's a stereotype, but I hold it to be true personally. Guys keep their cars clean. Girls keep their rooms clean. If any of those are switched, if the girl's room is messy or the guy's car, granted his car's not a piece of crap. If it's a piece of crap, then you can't judge it.
Yes.
If the guy's car's nice,
2001 Honda.
Yeah. If his car's somewhat nice and it's messy, or if the girl's room is messy, red flag. 100%.
Yeah, I could definitely see that because there were a few girls at Tech, and now this kind of went hand in hand with like they were woke as hell and like were too into equality for me at all. I was like, you can't be this into equality and want any kind of chivalry.
Yeah.
So you're out. You're out in my book. So there were a few girls that I knew that I walked into their dorm room, and this was after I was dating Ellie. So it was on my staff when I was an RA. Dude, this chick's room was like a bomb went. Like it was Hiroshima and Nagasaki in one dorm room. And I was like, I can't even step on the floor. She was overweight. She didn't take care of herself. And then she got mad at guys because guys didn't want to date her. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, no wonder.
Yeah. The delusion's crazy nowadays. It's really crazy. I see it with even guys that don't like, I have a friend that gets fired from every job and he blames it on the job every single time. Like, oh, they just didn't like me for this or they were jealous of me or what. It's like, dude, you've been fired from every job.
At what point
do you realize it's you?
It's you.
Like it's you. It's not the job whatsoever.
Yeah, and obviously this goes both ways. Like if a dude is like a slob and is overweight and doesn't take care of himself and like eats like garbage and like just doesn't care for their personal hygiene, personal health. What do you expect? Are you expecting something like you have to care for yourself before you can expect anybody else to come in and care for you. Yeah. Like, because if you don't have self-respect, nobody's going to respect you.
Yeah. I think that's an important thing. Figure out what they care about and see how it would like relate to being in a relationship. Oh, definitely. So if they just care about eating and like they don't care about anything else, I mean, that's red flag. But if they care about things like they care about their, family and their like friends and their sisters, or, they care about, their hygiene or finances or whatever, just open your damn eyes.
Yeah.
At that point, it's literally just pay attention to what's in front of you.
I don't even think it's like self-realization. I think it's a lack of accountability. Yeah. Like these people don't have people close enough in their lives to be able to say like, dude, get your shit together. Mm-hmm. Or like girls, like, hey, you're a little crazy right now. Yeah. Like you need to pull it in. And I think that's just it goes back to what we've talked about before on the show, which is close friends. Like you need to have close friends to keep you in check. Mm-hmm. And like Evans and I, like the second he deviates from being himself, I'm like, snap. I'm like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing right now? He does the same for me. Like the second I'll deviate from, and he's like, what is this? Like, come on, come back home. Who are you? Yeah, it's like, come back home to Papa or Daddy, whatever you want.
Whatever your preference is.
Whatever your preference is. Sugar daddy? Sugar mama?
Sugar mama.
Okay, so this is a tangent, but I saw this the other day, which was, it was a post, and it was what to say to your sugar mama and not to say to your sugar mama. And it's like, hey, how about that PS5? Like, hey, when can you come over? And then the one she said, like, that you should say is, hey, how are you doing today? And what do you want to do for dinner? And I was like, that just sounds like a normal relationship.
Yeah.
like I don't.
That's what you should say to your sugar mama.
Yeah, that's what she said.
If you want something,
that's what she said. That's what she was saying.
Just how do you throw the PS5 in there? Just like when you're sleeping next to her, just
PS5. It's like an Inception thing.
Yeah.
It's like you start subliminally sending the message. Like you flash photos in front of her of a PS5.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh. Also, red flag, people who are in sugar daddy mama relationships before you. Mm-hmm. I think that's like
red flag.
That's
OnlyFans, red flag.
OnlyFans, ooh, yeah. Shared OnlyFans, red flag. Big red flag. I just think that's like crazy. You don't have respect for yourself? That's nuts.
I'll admit, I mean, I have never considered an OnlyFans, so I was like, one person emailed me one time, or not emailed me, messaged me on social media. I was like, how much for your shoes, like my workout shoes? And honestly, I sat there and I was like, I could make some top dollar on these piece of crap shoes.
Crank out some sweaty shoes.
It went through my mind for a second. Not gonna lie.
That's okay.
Maybe 2 seconds. So
I know we mentioned that. What was it? The OnlyFans Empire.
Maybe.
If you haven't checked out that episode, go check it out. That was a good one with Bella. Bella featured on that one. So,
that not on the OnlyFans.
Not on the OnlyFans one. I mean, TBD.
If that ever, yeah.
But thank you for tuning in today to your Monday episode. We're so glad you chose to join us. mancardpod@gmail.com, mancardpodcast.com. Check out the merch. Go check out the episodes linked to the YouTube as well. And we'll see you on Friday.